Honorable AG, my name is Baron Bruno, and my wife Brenda and I came to Fiji for our honeymoon a year ago, February. And we were blessed enough on our first day that we loved the Fijian people and this country so much that we purchased a business, not even putting our head on a pillow the first day. So we first of all wanted to say thank you for you and your government for doing such an amazing job in controlling COVID, because as Americans, we all see what's happening in the States right now. We come from Los Angeles and San Francisco, where the direct flights are coming and going from Fiji Airways, and it's quite a dramatic difference in what's happening there and what's happening here. So we're excited to obviously be in a much safer place, so thank you for that. My question is, as the new owner and co-director of Professionals Real Estate Company in Denarau, we obviously are very excited about bringing new capital and new investment to Fiji, especially in the real estate sector. And that is just residential, commercial, lifestyle businesses, blocks of land, resort hotels, etc. And as you can imagine, we have a lot of sellers right now here that are looking for buyers. And not just resident buyers, but more importantly, a lot of non-resident buyers. My question to you, sir, is we've read a lot of the acts and things. We're educating people overseas, but the one thing that really still is in the minds, especially with a lot of Americans, I see you smiling, I think you know where I'm going, but the Land Act of 2014 that was enacted here, are there any plans to potentially amend that, change it, rescind it? I'd love to get your input on that, because that seems to be still a sticking point for a lot of people that have purchased land here in Fiji. They're a little nervous about coming back, especially as the law is written, if they're going to have to pay a fine and things like that. So I'd appreciate anything that you can say to us today. And again, thank you for all that you've done for the Fijian people and the people around the world. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for the feedback. Some of you may know this, but we had amended the law. Essentially, this law had stated that foreigners could not buy residential properties within the municipal areas. It was restricted because huge price increase, and it was out of the market, the ability to actually buy homes themselves, in particular in the municipal areas. And but they could buy commercial, tourism, and industrial properties. If they were to buy any residential properties in the municipal areas, within the municipal boundaries, they could only buy what we call strata title. Those outside the municipal areas, foreigners could buy land, but they had to build within a particular period of time. And there had to be a minimum level of investment. Because what we saw, there's a lot of price speculation also in some of the areas, such as, for example, Sabu-Sabu. The hands on the property changed several times. A lot of speculation. A lot of the times the purchase price was it never came to Fiji. The amounts were actually exchanged hands offshore, so people are evading tax and also just showing very minimal amounts in Fiji. Of course, now, as we said, the world has now changed, and we've had submissions by various other persons in your sort of profession, and so we are currently looking at those provisions to see what we can do. We still, don't want to make it open slather. Because we still want to ensure that there is investments in Fiji. If somebody is going to buy land in Fiji, a foreigner, we'd actually like them to build, as opposed to holding on to land and speculating quite a lot on it, and the revenue actually does not come to Fiji. But we are looking at how we can actually tweak it to be able to meet our sort of policy requirements, but also at the same time to be able to allow inflow of investment and give these investors a particular level of security and indeed comfort to be able to see long-term investment. I mean, the argument is that there are some, for example, people who may want to retire in Fiji. I mean, assuming you had come on your honeymoon and you decided not to stay in Fiji, but you said, we want to retire in Fiji, and if you bought a land here, then you're obviously not going to build your retirement home now. You may build it 5 years later. So what can we do to make, sort of make those kind of arrangements that people are able to invest, as long as you don't sort of go and speculate and use the land, for speculation purposes and don't actually give a return to the country. So yeah, we are looking at it.